Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your December 2021 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. Well, what do you know out of all these cards I picked? And the final card. I'm going to collect all these cards and then, ta-da! Okay. Hold up. Okay. The heart of the matter is the World card. So this ending of sorts. This is the last card of the Major Arcana, so it's like graduation day. Those things that I thought were batons are actually diplomas. And, maybe you are graduating from some school of higher learning or some kind of a training that you have embarked upon. But, like more on a symbolic level, an era of your life coming to an end. An example would be retiring. Even becoming a mother or, a parent, but we have two queens flanking this card, and the queen represents the mother. That's an end of your days when you didn't have children. So there's always this, the new beginnings can come from letting go of those old, phases of life. And it can be sometimes bittersweet, depending on what the transition is. So there can be the other thing that the World card can be is traveling, like long distance travel. And if that is something that you have been planning on doing, this might be the time you do it. Now there is a retrograde occurring in but you know what, the Venus retrograde is actually going to be, that's the important thing too, is that the there's going to be a Venus retrograde starting on December 19th, and it's going to be in your opposite sign of Capricorn, Cancer. And actually Venus is going to be in Capricorn for several months, so that's in that seventh house of committed partnership. So there might be something going on that is connected to either like an ex-spouse, an ex-committed relationship coming back into your life. And if you are currently coupled, perhaps that is upsetting the apple cart or challenging things. In the past position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And so that might be some kind of, not a tradition, but a transition where you are now going back. Maybe you were working from home for a long time, and now you are doing something else. Either you're going to travel for work, or you are, I would say it's more likely travel than anything else. But you may have some resistance towards that. We have as the higher message the Queen of Wands, which can be the working mother, the career mother. So that kind of a thing, as the higher message may be saying, one thing cannot be ignored for the other. In other words, if you are someone, and I'm going to just say woman, doesn't have to be, but if you are a woman who really wants to pursue your career and you also are a mother or you want to become a mother, you may feel like you have to choose one or the other. But the truth is that you can do both of them if you figure out a way to make it happen. And you may be at a crossroads right now where you're finished with one phase of your life, but you have these other things kind of a little bit gnawing at you, and you don't really know exactly what you want to do. And if, let's say, you have gotten divorced recently or you're in the process of it, you may feel that it's unpleasant, or it's something that you don't really, you wish you could just go back to what the Queen of Pentacles represents, like that kind of domestic goddess. But there's something in this current reality for you that is calling upon you to be like the Queen of Wands. And it's almost like a leadership role as well. There's like a confidence angle in all of this. And this could be because of some transition in your life. What crosses you is the Three of Wands. And this is a card of adventure, being adventurous and, exploring these areas, maybe even like travel and things like that. So I was saying earlier, if you have gotten some kind of an offer, you may be resisting it because you don't necessarily want to leave your home. You don't necessarily want to be away from your family that much. And yet, there may be a reason why this is coming up right now and providing this possibility for you. And if you're resisting it, you might do so, I don't want to say at your own peril, but you might be turning your back on something that can be quite good for you in the long run, because maybe it's outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you had other ideas of what was supposed to happen, and this is happening instead. What is coming in is the Five of Cups, and this is a card of mourning the loss of something. And I don't even think this is something new. I think that this is acknowledging what you have been dealing with. So, for instance, if you have been going through a divorce, or if you have recently gone through a divorce, you may have been so consumed with the process that you didn't really get in touch with your emotions regarding it, Cancer. And by doing so, but this is what we call the processing phase, is really being able to feel your feelings, to categorize them, to determine what all of this means for you, kind of like doing soul searching. So that when you go into the new relationship, or, in a phase when you're not in a relationship, you understand exactly what happened and why it happened, and you're less likely to make the same mistakes over and over again. People who do not, reflect, and there are people like that, they just keep doing the same old, same old. And you may be going through a lot of changes right now, and it's overwhelming to some degree. But there is this feeling of endings, and therefore new beginnings, obviously. The outcome is the Six of Pentacles, so there is a sense of fairness in some kind of, like, if this is a divorce or some other legal matter, that you're going to get what you deserve from that situation. Like I said, Venus is going to be in this area for the next 3 months. And I'm talking about in a general way. Retrograding, direct, and Venus can be money, and the 7th house can be legal matters. And so you could benefit from them. And this could be something that maybe it's finally getting resolved. Maybe that's what the World card is. And let's say it was a probate issue that was held up and challenged, a will was challenged over and over again. And that's why I say about the 5 of Cups is that you may have been so consumed with all of the outer stuff that you weren't really processing those feelings, that the grief of losing that person, and that kind of thing can happen when you have something like a legal matter, because it's so easy to get distracted with that and not really pay attention to how you were feeling inside about the loss of somebody like that. And the other thing too that's important to note is that it doesn't even matter what the nature of the relationship was in terms of whether it was a good one or not. It could be like a problematic relationship, but it still can produce grief, because even if it's a contentious divorce, there may at one time have been, chances are at one time you were having some good times, that it wasn't all bad. And it's all about acknowledging that, and acknowledging that there is some sort of loss, that you really do feel maybe sentimental, as a lot of Cancers get, about those good times. So the 6 of Pentacles can be the sense of getting what you deserve. If you're doing some kind of, if you want like a raise in your salary, that can be good for that, because maybe you've gotten extra training and that's what your graduation is, and you have you're looking for that compensation for your extra efforts, and then you get it. Okay, Cancer, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.